WPTV.
Welcome back to the desk. We're about 3 months away from the NFL preseason, but it's never too early to talk some football. Here with me to do it, we got Marc, Jukes, Phritz, and Trent. Trent, a lot of the NFL draft has come and gone. Free agency has come and gone. NFL offseason is here. Preseason's not that far away if you really think about it. Got some winners and some losers in the offseason. Which team do you really think gets an A+ for their offseason?
I don't know if you could pick anyone else other than the New York Jets. You go out, you get Aaron Rodgers. He wants to play for your team. First time a player of his caliber wants to play for the Jets. You put him on the team. You also bring in Allen Lazard, McCole Hardman, Randall Cobb. Give him guys he likes. You lose guys like Sheldon Rankins and Mike White, but that don't matter because you replace them in an excellent draft and you got all your pieces you need.
Jets definitely going to be looking to contend in that AFC East. Finally got their quarterback. Aaron Rodgers hasn't even taken a snap yet, and he's at least number 2 behind Joe Namath for now, if not number 1. Talent-wise, for sure, number 1. He has to play first to fully pass him. Has to get that Super Bowl. But, I'm very excited for this one. Jukes, finally on Sports Desk. Very happy to have you. Which team do you think won the offseason?
So the team that I think won the offseason is the Philadelphia Georgia Bulldogs. Basically the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they got better in the offseason. They got rid of Gardner Johnson and a couple of guys. They got younger, they got faster. They're looking pretty good, and they got DeAndre Swift. They got rid of Miles Sanders, which was huge, but they got a bunch of running backs who can do what he could do. So we'll see, how they do in the season.
It's going to be very exciting to see how they do. Extended Jalen Hurts, brought back Darius Slay, left. They're looking like he was going to walk. The Eagles are definitely going to dominate the NFC East once again. It certainly looks like. Fritz, where are we going?
Lifelong Jets fan, but gotta show love to our division rivals. Definitely loving what the Finns did this offseason. Bringing in Jalen Ramsey, extending Tua Tagovailoa. Definitely going to focus more on the Jalen Ramsey, though. Pairing him with Xavier Howard. Brought in Bradley Chubb last year in the trade. Also signing David Long. I'm loving what that defense is doing. If Tua can stay consistent and can stay healthy and not have any problems with concussions, I think the Dolphins will be pretty good in the AFC East this year.
Yeah, on paper, definitely a chance to contend. A lot of firepower on that offense and defense. Marc, where are we going?
I mean, it's hard not to give it to the Detroit Lions. Gotta love what they did. You signed C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Cam Sutton, Emmanuel Mosley, really revamping that secondary. Also drafting Bryan Brandt, going to bring a lot of firepower there. And they completely revamped the running back room, trading DeAndre Swift, signing David Montgomery, and then drafting Jahmyr Gibbs out of Alabama, just a really electric playmaker. So I really like what the Lions did, and I think they're going to be that top contender for the NFC North.
They're expected to be so. What's up, Trent?
I can agree with Marc and Jukes. But Fritz, you're saying Miami had a good offseason when they lost a first-round pick.
I mean, yeah, they brought us the first-round pick, but look at what they're bringing in. I mean, Jalen Ramsey is a generational talent at this point.
It doesn't matter if he's a generational talent. You still have how many holes on your team? You're losing out on picking a generational guy in the draft, all because you wanted to play house with Tom Brady and Sean Payton.
Look, I think a lot of people...
And now you lose your first-round pick.
A lot of people are
That's
forgetting...
an important pick.
A lot of people are forgetting that before Tua Tagovailoa got hurt, the Dolphins were pretty good in the AFC.
It doesn't matter.
They were on their way to the playoffs.
But that pick could have given them help.
Even with a third-string quarterback, they almost beat the Bills. So
yeah, because the Bills weren't that good.
It doesn't matter, though.
You're telling a fake team had a good offseason.
Yeah, the third-string quarterback and still almost beat the Bills.
It doesn't matter. They still didn't address what they needed.
They addressed everything that they needed.
I don't know if they're a fake team.
There's no way you can call a team like that a fake team.
They're a fake team. They can't even protect their quarterback.
The Jets finally got a quarterback to be
exactly. I can say this
if we're going to be fair. But to move on from a team that had a great offseason to teams who underperformed last season, Fritz, I'll start it off with you. Which team do you think has the best chance to go from worst to first place in their division?
Marc is going to love this answer. Got to show some love to the Denver Broncos. Look, there's not much that you can improve on when you had such a bad season last year, okay? We're just going to let Russell Wilson revamp, okay? You got a new coach with Sean Payton. Let's forget about last year, okay? Let's forget about it. We're going to let him cook.
Thank you.
We're going to give him the spatula back, okay? Sean Payton has a new kitchen, new utensils. We're going to let Russ cook. If he does bad this year, though, we'll kick him out the kitchen, all right? But let's see what Russ can do. I'm really happy to see what he can do with Sean Payton's offense.
I'm very surprised to hear someone else take the Broncos. But Marc, being that you did not take your own team, that means you got to have confidence in your selection, I would imagine. So which team do you think is going to exceed this year?
I do have confidence. I have confidence in the Atlanta Falcons. You know, I really like the way his players played for him. Arthur Smith talking about their head coach. They went 7-10 last season. I mean, pretty much every team did in that division, I believe, except for the Bucs. So you're in a weak division, and you made significant upgrades to your team. All it depends on is if Desmond Ridder can be the guy they think he can be.
Yeah, no, definitely potential to do that. Got very young weapons. Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Bijan Robinson. So offense, it's either going to be a hit or a miss. Let's just call it what it is. You know, boom or bust. We'll see what happens, though. Trent, we got Broncos, we got Falcons. Which team do you think is going to take that step forward?
I mean, I have to say the Houston Texans, based off of 2 picks, they got C.J. Stroud and Will Anderson Jr.
You're getting laughed at.
Already.
I just have to say, I love how I get called out for a team that pushes a Super Bowl contender to the brink of elimination, and you pick a
Super Bowl contender that lost badly.
You pick
in
a
the next round.
franchise who the most notable thing that's happened to them is a former quarterback of theirs got a little handsy. That's the best thing that happened to them, and you think that them drafting 2 23-year-olds is gonna turn their whole season around?
Yeah,
That's
because
what
they're
you think.
leaders. They know how to lead teams. They want to win.
The Houston Texans.
They want to win. They added more free
agents. The Houston Texans are going to turn their career around.
They bolstered their team.
2 23-year-olds.
They got legit leaders on their team.
Yeah, that is
They re-signed
ridiculous.
Tunsil. They have one of the best left tackles.
Actually ridiculous.
Listen, you're defending a team that lost
that is actually
the
ridiculous.
first-round pick because they couldn't handle they wanted
The
Miami.
Houston Texans.
No, the Houston Texans can be a good team. They're in a weak division. They can take it all. That's all I gotta say.
I'm not entertaining these points. Good Lord. I almost fell off the set. I was laughing so hard. I almost fell off. I was going to put my feet off and just let you go. I almost fell off the back there.
That was a good one.
Oh, my goodness.
Buddy.
Jukes! I don't know how you follow that, but which team do you think is going to make a leap forward?
Well, the team that I think is going to go from worst to first is my Pittsburgh Steelers. It's always sunny in Pittsburgh. We got Kenny Pickett, some weapons. So now, we got a light schedule, and we're going to keep the ball rolling. I mean, our division, we were never worried in our division because we usually beat them with the weakest amount of competition. But now we get a chance to run through our division and run through everybody and make it to the AFC playoffs and make a good run.
Yeah, definitely a chance to do that if you are Pittsburgh. This is the year you're going to find out really what you have in Kenny Pickett. You got George Pickens, you got Najee Harris. The offensive line should only improve. Obviously still Mike Tomlin there. So it's a loaded division with the Ravens and Bengals, and obviously the Browns still got a lot of talent. They're looking to make that step forward as well. But the Steelers definitely should be interesting. But with the draft having come and gone, a lot of new fresh faces in brand new places. Marc, which rookie do you think that just got selected do you think will come out and make the biggest impact on their new team?
Yes, I'm going to go to the second round here. Michael Mayer, the Raiders traded up to draft him. There's a reason why. Josh McDaniels likes his tight ends. He worked with Gronkowski, and a lot of the comparisons for Mayer as a player were to Rob Gronkowski. And, Jimmy Garoppolo likes to target tight ends, so I really think he's going to get a lot of looks there. He can block, he can run, he can catch, really good, strong hands. I just think that he's going to be a dynamic playmaker for them for now and years to come.
Yeah, Darren Waller replacement, he's going to have to be if they want to do anything in that division. Trent, who do you think is going to make an impact?
I mean, I got to go back to my Jets. In the second round, they draft Joe Tippmann, center out of Wisconsin. You go out, you get the best center in the draft. Not to mention, this guy's 6'6", huge for a center. Yet he moves way better than you'd expect a guy at his size to move. He's a center who can pull, and that's almost unheard of in the NFL. So with that kind of footwork, he's going to be an immediate impact on the team.
Trent, you sound very enthusiastic about your Jets so far.
Hey, I love what they're doing. Joe Douglas knows how to draft. I wanted a center. I got my center. I'm excited.
Finally, some optimism.
I can't deny
for
that.
the first time in a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
I can't deny that fact for sure. Joe Douglas does know how to draft. Jukes, which team do you think did a good draft?
I think the Steelers did a good draft. The player that I'm going to focus on is Joey Porter Jr. He is going to be the next lockdown corner. He's going to be the best rookie defensive player this year. He's 6'2". He's long. He's physical. He's aggressive. He'll put his hands on you. He's not scared to put his hands on you. He's not scared to go down and tackle. And he can cover you deep. He can cover you in the middle of the field, and he can cover you up close. But I love aggressive corners. His dad was with us a decade ago, and he's been around us the whole time. So we got the best player in the draft. He is a steal, and he's going to be the best rookie this year.
Best player in the draft might be a little bit bold, but definitely a great value pick in the second round. I was shocked that he fell that far. I thought he was the best corner in the class, but Steelers get him, and with Mike Tomlin, Steelers defense history, I'm sure he'll fit in very nicely. Phritz, closes out for NFL for the year. What pick do you like the most?
Yeah, so I definitely like the Seahawks picking up Jackson Smith and Jigma from Ohio State University. Look, his physical attributes aren't going to blow you off the charts, okay? But when you watch his film, you see the work that he does in the slot. And then when you look at the Seahawks roster already, pretty good rookie running back last year. But you have DK Metcalf, you have Tyler Lockett. He's going to be getting a lot of one-on-one opportunities against those linebackers in the slot, and I think that he's going to be very explosive. As long as Geno does not keep riding back, Seahawks are going to be pretty good and really explosive next year.
Yeah, Geno and Pete Carroll got a lot of weapons to work with next season. Maybe they can even improve from what they did last year. They surprised a lot of people. But while the NFL still has a couple of months to go until we see some action, the NBA is getting closer and closer to the finals. We got all here on WPTV.